labels for the AR and barcodes.
Like, are there certain labels to order?
Yes, there are.
Okay.
Let me tell my daughter I'm in a meeting. When she gets out of school, she texts nonstop. Okay. So for the barcode labels, you need the Avery 5160 labels.
50?
5160.
Oh, 5160.
I don't have a copy. They're just these.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Too far over. Okay. And by the way, Linda, our warehouse has a ton of these, so you can get them.
Oh, okay.
The AR labels are actually ordered from, I think Follett is, no, I got them from Demco. Demco has them. Let me get the label name.
They're Demco what, Lori?
They're Demco, and I don't remember the numbers, so hold on just a second. Okay. I'm trying to log in so I can get there. I may have to turn my webcam off. It may be taking too much bandwidth.
Can you get one? Okay. Okay, you want to sit? I didn't say you want to sit here.
Okay, I'm going to turn my webcam off, guys. Sorry. Stop sharing that, and hopefully that'll make things a little faster. Okay, so if you go back here to your reports, and you go to library reports, you can scroll down to reading program labels. And the ones that I use, because I want the quiz number on there too, is the large labels. And I may have gotten them from Follett, actually. Let me... Go fast. Tell you what, I will send out that link to those labels to the group.
Okay.
To the ASL group, so you guys know what it is. And it prints them really nicely. And I added them to the inside front cover. We've had that talk in our district. We're talking about putting them on the back of the books. And they print out really nicely. It's kind of like, though, when you're printing with your barcode labels, you have to make sure that Adobe doesn't shrink to fit so that it doesn't screw up the how it prints out. So it's on the barcode correctly.
Okay, and you don't do the shrink to fit, or you do?
Do not do shrink to fit ever when you're printing labels in Destiny.
Okay.
It will screw it up every single time.
Okay.
Okay. But I will send that link out probably tomorrow because I have to go straight to a doctor's appointment today. So let me write that down real quick. Labels for AR large. Okay. Okay, Christy had a question about running reports for doing your finding barcodes that are not used. And I actually did this today, so this was like perfect timing when I saw her question come through on the form. So since I did it today, I'm fresh and know exactly how to do this. So to do this, you're going to go into library reports. It's actually a two-step process. You have to know which ones are available, and then you can run the actual label report, okay? So the first step is you have to identify what the numbers are. So you go into your report, and then you go to library reports, and then you go into barcode lists. Okay, so you're going to look for, you have different options here, but you're going to look for unused barcode numbers, okay? And then you can put however many barcodes you need. I did 400 because I printed out a big old stack of them so that we can use them on some books we just got in. Then you have to put in the first barcode number, okay? Now, in our district, we've started doing barcode numbers, set barcode numbers per school. And the way ours are set up is the first four numbers, we do a 13 number or 14 number barcode. And the first four numbers are the fall year. So right now we're using 2015. And then each one of our schools has a school ID number. And what we did was we just used the number off of Destiny. And I'll show you in just a second how to find that out. So my school number is 202. And then the next number is the vendor number. Every vendor has a 2-digit number assigned to them. Since these are just our barcodes, we do 00. Then if the vendor has, some of the vendors have specific publishers that they're working with. Like we have one vendor that works with like 5 different publishers. So we have a number set up for each one of her publishers. Since we don't have that, ours is going to be 00 again. And then we start with 001. The last 3 numbers are your barcode range, actually, the numbers, okay? So we can go with every vendor from 001 to 999, so 1,000 barcodes. Then you're just going to do run report. Okay, so here's your list. I'm going to put y'all on mute for just a second. I'm going to mute myself for just a second while this is loading. I have a student who's here. Hold on just a second. Okay, it is not wanting to load for some stupid. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so this is the barcode. Okay, so I have one right here that's open, but this is the range really that I want to use. Okay, so there's my range. So I know that those are open. So now I'm going to go back into my library reports, and I'm going to go down to barcode labels. Okay, what I missed when I was trying to do this is you have 2 tabs up here. You have used and you have unused. We're going to do unused. So we're going to do, that was a range of, so that would be 399 barcodes. So you could do 399. And then you're going to use this barcode right here. Can you see the barcode list? Okay, good. I didn't know if it was flipping back and forth or not. Okay. So there's the number, and I just copied it and then pasted it into this. Okay, and then just start on whatever label and do run report. And so then you just say yes on generating these labels and do refresh, and there's the labels. And so then you can just print those out on your 5160 labels. Does that help, Christy? Okay. Good deal. It's funny that that came up because I just had to figure that out today. We finally ran out of some that we bought from Follett years ago. And so we had to figure out how to actually do that today.
So you don't actually put your like title and call number on your barcode label then?
If we have an actual title we're cataloging, yes, we do. But this is just for doing blank barcodes that we're going to add on to like we check out all of our dual credit books. And so these go on the dual credit books.
I see. Okay.
Okay. If we're actually cataloging a book, then yes, it'll have the title and everything on it. It'll have the number and all of that, the call number and all of that. Okay. Let me see. What are we going to do next? Okay, did one of y'all want the importing data, establishing settings for loan rules, fines, and batch withdrawals?
I think that was me that entered those.
Okay. Is this Rachel?
Yeah, hi.
Okay. Hey. Okay. Okay, so importing data, are you talking about like MARC records from the publishers? Or patron data?
It's basically like, for example, taking one thing I'm working on right now is updating all the home rooms.
Okay.
So like it's basically just how to do it in general. I know that there's a some patron data import converter or something like that.
And it's honestly, Rachel, it's a pain
Importing
to use.
It's a pain.
Yes.
I think so too. I've tried it once. I was like, this is weird.
It's really complicated, and honestly, if you don't have a computer background, it's really hard to use.
Okay.
For doing that, what I recommend doing is to call Follett and let them help you do that.
Okay. Okay.
It's the easier way to do the importing data. Now, what we're doing now is that we have ours automatically importing every night.
How did you set that up? Do you remember?
Yeah. So what we have doing, our student information system does an export every night of all of our student data. And it's just out in a folder that Follett can reach.
Okay.
And I had to work with Follett to get this going. Okay.
Okay.
But our IT department set it up so that they could access this. Okay.
Okay.
And then let me see if I can pull it up and just kind of show you. We'll try this.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes. Who is that?
Yeah.
Holly?
This is Holly.
Hey, Holly.
Hi, Holly.
Hi. We have Power School for grading and all that kind of thing. Do you guys have Power School? Does everybody in the state have
No,
it?
we do not.
We have Power School.
Yeah, it's a sync with Power School, and it populates the homeroom, and our
Yeah.
IT person does that.
Okay. Okay.
So I've been trying to see if he could get it to sync to the English teacher instead of the homeroom, because that's just easier for us to deliver overdue notices to the English teacher.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not sure how to do that.
So the way we have ours set up, I'm trying to get to, oh, that's what I'm not doing. Okay, network. Okay, let me see if I can get there. I'm trying to remember what the address is. Oh, SIS extracts. That's what it is. Hold on just a second. I'm going to put y'all on hold just a second.
Okay.
Sorry. I never get interrupted after school. I have the library open until 5, but no one ever comes in here until I have a meeting. So it always works that way. So this is where it drops everything off, and this is the patron file that it drops off every night. You can see the last time it dropped off was last night. So when you open it, it's a huge file, so I don't know how long it's
Okay.
but it exports everything as an Excel comma delimited file. Okay, so
Okay.
then Follett has their own program where you can set your PAT import properties, and it's this file right here. And let me see if I've got the file to open it. It's a very specific, they have their own little program to do it. And you know what, I don't think I have it on here. Okay. Yeah, command line. It's called command line.
Okay.
And if you go into their help feature, it's listed there
Okay.
as a download. And it's really kind of a weird, let's see if I can switch over to that one. Oh no, that's not it. That was good. This one was it. That's not it. I just thought I could show you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Until I'm flipping through stuff here. Just still haven't upgraded us to. I don't know what I've done with that.
So
That's okay.
Lori,
I'm sorry. Yes,
sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
Okay, just for the language, so that I can speak to my Follett representative about populating maybe user-defined one with a student's English teacher instead of the homeroom or in addition to the homeroom field, how would I go about talking about that? Because I don't.
So is your stuff automatically imported?
Yeah, the homeroom field is, and I don't even use that. I would much rather have it be the English teacher of the student, but that sometimes changes more often than homeroom. I'm not.
You know, the way I do it now is I run my notices through homeroom, and our homeroom is second period. And I've gotten to where I just do homeroom. At first, it really frustrated me not to have the English teacher, but I've just learned to work around it. You could ask them, though, to set up the user-defined field 1 as the English teacher. Now, in order to do that, though, they're going to have the entire schedule for that student exported. Whereas with the homeroom, that's usually in that first screen of your student information system, but the English teacher won't be listed there typically. So they're going to have to export the whole schedule, and that may be a lot harder to find.
So what would have to export the schedules?
Yeah.
What would? Their Paulette's program
No,
command line?
your student information system would have to export the whole schedule for each student so that Paulette has access to that information.
Okay.
So you're talking pretty complicated.
Would it take up a lot of data or breach privacy?
It would be a huge data issue, just as far as the size of the file would be huge.
Okay.
If you think about having every student has 6 or 7 classes, and you've got how many students in your high school or in your school?
About 1,000.
Yeah. So, you know, you're talking about a lot of records. And then Paulette would have to figure out how to pull that information, which could be complicated too.
Okay. Thank you.
There is another way to do it, but it's very time intensive because I do it.
Yeah, I do it too. I was wanting a way around it that would be more automatic without all the data entry. Do you manually enter the English teacher into user-defined 1?
Well, more or less, but it's, no. See, I'm not at my computer. I had to come home because I didn't have a microphone at my computer that was working over there. You go to back office, I believe, and
I'll follow your instructions. Let me share that screen. Hold on. Okay.
I have to see the screen before I can tell you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And it's taking a while for your screens to come in. There we go. Okay, so back office, and then let me see. Is it site configuration, I think, maybe? Can you click on that one, Lori?
Give it a sec.
Okay. Then up at the top of the tab it says Site Administration, I think. I think that's it. Well, I only do this at the first of the year.
Yeah.
Okay. So then patron homerooms, and is that right? I think that's it. Yeah, because my homerooms are my English teachers.
Okay.
And then you add the homeroom, so you do have to manually add all of your English teachers, and like it may have to be, let's say you have an English teacher by the name of Peterson, and Peterson teaches 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So you have to do like Peterson 2, Peterson 3, Peterson 4. Yeah, kind of like that.
Because they all have to be unique.
Because they all have to be unique, yes.
Okay.
And then what I have to do is go back to each student and open their file, and then put it in as their homeroom. So I'm not actually typing the teacher's name and the period each time, but you do have to go through and you have to put it in under, I don't know.
So then right there you're selecting.
Oh, I see. So you just select it instead of typing it in every time.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to select it and all. So it does take a little time. On the defined user, I use that for my first period, and yes, I go through and I type them in, but I use copy and paste.
Okay.
And supposedly they were going to try and figure out a way to do it for me this year, and it didn't quite work well. So.
Well, let me know if your IT people help you figure out a way.
I don't think they're going to, because this year, for the very first year ever, they told me to put all of my new teachers in myself because they couldn't figure out how to do it because the other person had left.
Yeah.
And we have like 70 teachers, and I had to just go through it, and we had like 22 new teachers, and I just took all the old ones out and put the new ones in. And they said, oh, but we'll do the students for you. So I said, well, okay. But
yeah, that's what our IT does. They sync all of the student patrons, but not the staff or faculty patrons. And they don't. I have to go in and mark a student inactive when they disenroll.
yes, yes. Mm-hmm. And whenever they tried to do all the teachers, they put in people that have been dead for 10 years. So
Okay, so they had no way of
changing it, getting rid of people, and it was just a matter of I had to go through and either delete hundreds of people, or I could just put in my 22 myself. And I told them, I said, just let me put in my 22 myself.
Yeah. Who is this?
That's Mary Fugate.
Mary?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm at Grant High School.
Okay. Yeah, we have similar issues and
Yeah.
similar ways of doing things because the previous librarian tried to deliver the notices to homeroom and no one would actually give them to the kids. She had very little success.
Yes.
Yeah, so the English teachers have more stake in the library, so she found that they were good to do that, but I just don't have an automatic way to populate
Right.
the patron
Right.
account.
And I really don't think you'll ever find an automatic way to do it because of how buried that information is in high school especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we do the automatic every night, which is really, really nice. It has saved us so much time and effort.
Yeah, it sounds like the way to
It took a
go.
while for my librarians to figure out what I was talking about, and I would have librarians calling me and asking for, would you put this student in, or I've made a change to the student and today it's the same way that it was before I changed it. And so because everything is automatic, if they went and changed a name, it would overwrite their changes the next day. And so I had to explain to them, no, you have to change it inside the student information system, inside PAW, because if you don't change it in PAW, it's going to reset in Destiny tomorrow. And so it's taken some time. Now they're all really good with it and really familiar with it, but it took some time to get used to that for them.
You know, I suspect we had a problem like that with a student barcode that was reading incorrectly on her ID.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept editing her patron account to match what the barcode was scanning as, which apparently was the wrong number.
Mm-hmm.
And it kept, every time it was synced, we'd lose those changes.
Right.
So I just need to tell whoever syncs it.
Yeah, that's why.
And my students come in through Power School, so I don't have to worry about the students.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the faculty that I have to do changes on.
And
So.
we were able to get them to add the teachers into our automatic import too. So now our teachers are automatically imported too.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, we don't have to do any of the manual editing anymore. And then I set it up so my students can create their accounts. So now they can use, and that's something I've been working on this last month, is teaching them how to use the research tools better using Webpath Express, using resource lists, all of that kind of thing. And so the kids are starting to get a lot more invested in it all. So it's been really good. I hate to do this, but I have a doctor's appointment I have to get to. So I need to cut this short, and I feel bad because it was my idiocy that caused us to be late. Do y'all have anything else that you need that maybe I could answer through an email?
I don't have anything else. I can't wait till tomorrow or till the next time we do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd
Thank you.
just like a survey of more of the reports and what different reports do. I think I could do a lot of stuff with that if I understood the reports. I'm still pretty new to Follett.
Okay. Let's focus our next meeting on that. I think that's a really important tool that a lot of us don't know how to use real well. And it's taken me a couple of years to really get fairly good at it. So let's focus our next meeting on reporting.
That sounds great.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
Oh, this was great. I really feel good about it. I am so sorry I'm such an idiot.
You're not an idiot.
Not at all.
Okay, y'all have a good one.
You too, and I'll let y'all know we'll probably do the next meeting in a month about the same time of the month.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Okay.
Y'all have a good evening. Thank you.
Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.